Hello, my beautiful friends on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, Instagram, and whatever else you are out there. And I tried to do this earlier. And my day, it's one of those days, okay, where everything wants to go against my wishes. Yeah. So it started with a couple of my important apps not working. And it was frustrating and I couldn't get it working. And I worked on it the whole night and it's still not working. Well, okay, I got one working. Okay, so one thing accomplished. But then my sassy cat got into a cat fight with my sassy pit bull. All right. And let me tell you, that's a fight, all right? That's an experience I don't want you to experience because it was, oh my gosh, they really got into it. And I was trying to figure it out why. And I think I figured out a reason. Because my sassy pit bull wants to be in charge of the food distribution in the house. Yeah. Because the cat went into the bowl where the dogs eat, and my sassy pit bull didn't like it, I guess. Yeah. So now I have to figure out how to keep them apart. Anyway, guys, I haven't been doing lives for a while because I had one of those problems was my technical issues. So I'm fixing them. So I promise that we will get more regular. If you haven't checked, we did a great video on mortgage fraud that got a lot of attention, a lot of questions. So we will be doing part 2. And today I want to share with you something very, very important. So I'm just waiting for people to tune in. All right. I hope that all of you are rocking it, are shaking it, and are having fun with it. Even the obstacles and challenges, right? That just push us to build a different muscle. So hopefully you are ready. And today I want to talk about if you are a driver. You see, we live in very interesting times. And once you start realizing really what's going on and the game played, that we can actually decide. We want to decide because we have the right of self-determination. So don't let anyone to assume something that you might not be, okay? And this is the whole trick about this legal la-la land. It's literally la-la land, and I am not kidding. The more you start working in it and within it and studying, you realize, oh my gosh, they are literally telling you, okay? They are literally telling you that it's up to you what you decide to be. You know, the role that you take. I don't know if you watched my video about stepping into the office of a person, all right? If you haven't, please do that. You see, this is how people get into legal troubles, okay? Because we assume that we comprehend what they are saying, but we are dealing with some clever, it's really brilliant what they've created. Clever, attorneys and the whole court system and all these clever people who basically are fooling you. And it's up to you if you decide to be fooled or if you decide to really spend a little time and comprehend what's going on, right? So they created this special club, the special club of this legalese, this language. And you think that it's English, but it's like a different language, okay? And it's really fascinating to me because I speak 5 languages. And when I came to America, I thought, well, this is English, right? But it's really not, okay? Because they adopted these terms and definitions, and they kind of sound like what you think they are, but they adapted it to fit their narrative, what they are trying to do. And you have to remember that since the dawn of times, it was always the rule of jungle, right? That some man or some stronger beings want to rule over the weaker beings, okay? And it's no different in the mankind society. So you have a bunch of people who are literally like parasites, and they want to feed off labor of other people, okay? And it's up to you if you allow them to do that to you. Like me, personally, I like to be free. I like to be sovereign. I like to be responsible, self-governed, self-managed. I don't need another man to show me how to live and be happy and all of that stuff. I just don't. I don't need a babysitter. I don't need Big Daddy. I don't need Big Brother. I don't need any of that, right? So we are waking up to this legal game, all right? And what they do is it's clever, it's brilliant. I have to really give that to them, okay? It's totally brilliant. So they have all these definitions. And what's really the most amazing and astonishing thing is that they give you a full disclosure. They tell you everything, all right? So you cannot complain that, oh my gosh, they are pushing all these codes and statutes and they are closing my business and they are forcing my offsprings to wear a muzzle or take a jab. No, they are not. Okay, they are not. What they are basically pushing is something on you that you contracted yourself into. Okay, because everything in this legal la-la land is based on voluntary compliance. So you volunteered to step into that office of a person, of a resident, of a citizen, of taxpayer. You volunteered into it, all right? No one put gun to you. Well, sometimes they do, but no one put gun to you and said, hey, you have to do this, all right? It's only through our ignorance. So today we will be talking about stepping into the office of driver, all right? How did you become a driver, right? So we have to do a little research on that. And it's very important because our right to travel is one of the fundamental rights as free people, all right? To be free, you should be able to move wherever you like, right? You should be able to move from point A to point B. And in order to do that, you need some carriage, you need automobile, you need horse or any kind of conveyance, right? And that's our God-given right. That's our even constitutionally secured right, okay? It's secured for us, all right? And it's for us when we waive that right and we exchange it for privilege when we step into these offices. But all you have to do is find out really what these definitions mean, right? So, definition of driver. So let's look at it, all right? So, and there are tons of them, okay? So I will start with 49. Let me see here. And I want you to do the same thing. I want you to take a computer, like a laptop, like I have a laptop here, my very nice MacBook Air, and I'm going to punch in 49 CFR 390.5. Now, why am I using their codes? I am using their codes because it's for them, all right? It's for them as they are the employees of that entity. you know, it's really corporation, but it's really not, because it's like franchisee. Okay, but we will just call it, because they are listed on Dunn's and Dunn and Bradstreet website, like Walmart or Home Depot. So the ones I'm talking about is the United States, state of California, you know, county of Riverside, county of LA, or whatever it might be. All right, so they are actively listed as a corporation. So I'm putting in 49 CFR, so that's Code of Federal Regulations, section 390.5, okay? I press enter, all right? And let's see. CFR definitions right here, but I'm looking for corner law. Let me see if here I have it, all right? Okay. All right, and it says, all right, 49 CFR 394.5 means commercial motor vehicle. All right, commercial motor vehicle means a self-propelled or towed motor vehicle used on a highway in interstate commerce to transport passengers or property when the vehicle has a gross vehicle weight, and it just gives you the weight, is designed or used to transport more than 8 passengers for compensation. All right, so here we have the commerce for compensation, or is designated or used to transport more than 15 passengers. So that would be like a bus, like a train, including the driver, and is not used to transport passengers for compensation, is used in transporting material found by the Secretary of Transportation to be hazardous under 49 U.S.C. 5103 and transported in a quality requiring placarding under regulations prescribed by the Secretary under 49 CFR subtitle B, Chapter 1, Subchapter C. Now, I saw actually a better note on this, because in that one, I might have it on my other computer here. Let's see if I have it on my other computer, because that had, actually, if you scroll down, it had the definitions of a driver. That's exactly what I was looking for. So let's see if we can find it here. 49 CFR 390. And are we still live? It seems like there are not too many people there. Maybe it's okay. Definitions. Okay, here we go. I don't know why my other computer shows it a little bit differently. So I'm back on 49 CFR 390.5 definitions, okay? So here you have it, all right? Oops, where does it go? Like that? No, it goes like this, okay? 49 CFR 390.5 definitions. And there, everything keeps flying today, and there you scroll down, all right? And it's alphabetically, all right? So you go into D, all right? And under driver, here we have it. Driver means any person who operates any commercial motor vehicle, all right? So once again, driver means any person who operates any commercial vehicle. Now, anything that's highlighted, you press on that, okay? And it takes you to the next site. Let's see. And my computer is kind of slow. And it's not taking me to the next website. It's just the universe, the laws of the universe are working against me today. So we will do 18 USC 2510, and we will look up definitions, okay? So 18 USC 2510 is definitions, okay? And we are looking for the definition of a person, Okay, it's under Section 6. All right, so here I have it on my other computer. Don't ask me why my other computer wasn't showing it. So here we have it. Oops. 18 USC 2510. All right, definitions. Definitions under Section 6, it says person means any employee or agent of the United States or any state or political subdivision thereof, and any individual, partnership, association, joint stock company, trust, or corporation. So would that be like you? Any persons means any employee or agent of the United States or any states or political subdivision thereof. So, okay, so here you have it. 18 USC, United States Code 2510, definitions, Section 6. Are you an employee of the United States, or are you an employee of state of California? Are you employee of state of New Jersey? Are you an employee of Texas, state of Texas? Are you employee of state of New Mexico? Are you employee of state of New York? And then, any of its subdivision would be, are you an employee of County of Los Angeles? Are you an employee of County of Riverside? Are you an employee of County of Nevada? I don't know. I know that I'm not. I don't receive any income from them. I don't receive any pay from them. So I must not be person. I definitely am not person. You know who I am? I'm living soul. I'm woman. I'm one of the people, one of the sovereign American people on the land. And I'm not a person. I don't engage in commerce. I don't engage in commerce when I'm traveling on the roads. And I'm definitely not working for one of those agencies. And then what you do is you also find it codified in for your own state. Okay. So I'm putting in my other smart computer here that's actually working for me and showing me the stuff that I want to see. I don't know why my other MacBook Air didn't do that. Don't ask me why. So I'm putting in California Vehicle Code, Section 21052. All right, because I'm in California. I'm on California, and I want to see what it says. Okay. California Vehicle Code, Section 21052. Okay, here you have it. California Vehicle Code, Section 52. Hey, you guys. Okay, and here we have it. The provisions of this code applicable to the drivers of vehicles upon the highways apply to the drivers of all vehicles while engaged in the course of employment by the state, any political subdivision thereof, any municipal corporation, or any district, including authorized emergency vehicles subject to those exemptions granted such authorized emergency vehicles in this code. There you have it. Once again, the provision of this code applicable to the drivers of vehicles upon the highways apply to the drivers of all vehicles while engaged in the course of employment by the state, any political subdivision. So, are you engaged in employment by state of California? Are you engaged in employment by County of Los Angeles? Are you engaged in employment by County of Riverside? Employee. Okay, here we lost connection for a little bit. Okay, we are back. All right. Love you guys too. Thank you for joining me. And this is all you do, is you make sure that you know who you are and that you don't volunteer to step into some office that you don't belong to. So it's really fascinating once you realize that these codes are applicable to them, to these public servants, these public pretenders, like they pretend that they are serving us while they the cards have shifted, right? And it's only because we became lazy. We became lazy to study. We became lazy to connect the dots. We became lazy to stand up for our rights. And that's what happens with predators, all right? When predators realize that you are weak and that you are literally, they look at you, you are a chattel, right? You are a chattel to them. You are infant. That's actually the meaning, also the meaning of a person. It's USC 1, Section 8, I believe. All right. You are an infant. You are incapable to carry on your own affairs. This is why they always tell you, you need to get attorney. All right. Because that's to represent you, because you do not know. You are infant. You are imbecile to them. You are stupid. Okay. You cannot handle your work that you receive. All right. And read it always very carefully from all these corporations, from these governmental, these quasi-government corporations that pretend to be our government, which they are not. Any of these corporations, like banks, like your mortgage companies, and it starts, or from the tax collectors. These, dear taxpayer, dear customer, or however they are calling you, dear citizen, dear resident, and they will be referring to you like that in their not lay our sovereignty to the agencies that serve us. All right. This is why. Okay, we are back. Sorry for that. So read any of these papers very carefully. All right, very carefully if it's actually addressing you, and if you respond to it and you act like it's you, well, now they have your agreement. You agreed. You agreed to be a driver. You agreed to be a citizen. You agreed to be a resident. You agreed to be taxpayer, right? And once you do that, well, now, they have to take care of you. They assume and presume that you are that you are not. All right? So it's very simple. Very simple. And they actually tell you in all their codes and their statutes that they don't really apply to you, but you need to learn who you are. You need to learn how to stand. You need to learn, how this game is played. And honestly, once you learn it, you realize it's a game. It's a game, which is they gain their jurisdiction, basically ruling over the people because of their ignorance. But hey, it's out there. It's available. Everyone has computer, right? So start learning. Come to our classes. Read books. All that information is available out there. So no one can really say, well, I didn't know. They are doing all this to me. They are really not. They are really not. It's through voluntary compliance. And I'm not saying that it's right. It's absolutely not right, because they are our public servants, or should be. They are truly our public pretenders. But remember, this is America, all right? This is America. We do not have public rulers. We have public servants, right? And public servants have to take an oath of office. That's their fidelity bond. Their signature is their fidelity bond by which they bond everything they own, because should they step outside of their limited scope of authority that comes from us, we the people are the employers, all right? And should they step outside of their limited scope of authority, well, now they become personally liable. They become accountable and responsible for any trespass, any violations they would do to the people, for which we need to now hold them accountable and liable. So my beautiful friends, have an amazing day. There is a question, how can I still get in your class on Saturday? please get on our Telegram group. It's California Republic Unslaved, and you sign up there with Jess. We are holding a half-day class this Saturday, March 11th, 2023. So please sign up, because we will be showing you, should these public servants trespass upon you and violate any of your rights, your right to travel from point A to point B, unimpeded. Should these public servants, violate your right to be secure in your home or in your property or whatever it might be, it is up to you. It is up to you to hold them accountable and liable. Okay? And let me tell you, we the people have all the tools, everything we need. And you have to remember that they are betting that you don't study, that you will not research this, that you will not know this, so they can continue to trick you and trap you into this voluntary servitude, right? Through their adhesion contracts, through the agreements we make, because we just didn't know. So my beautiful friends, find us on California Republic Unslaved Telegram group, and I'm going to see you there. Have an amazing, lovely day. Sending much love and light.